Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm back. I know it's been a while, but I'm back with the first review of the first episode of the new Korean drama, the sequel, Tale of the Nine-Tailed 1938. And I have to say this about the first episode. Wow. It's almost like they wanted a lot to happen in just the first episode. Matter of fact, in just the first 10 to 20 minutes, it was just action after action. And then when the actual episode started, after the intro, just more action. And man, I was loving it. So let's not beat around the bush. Let's get to it. First, let's get to the intro. We see Yeon, he's tied up. And I'm thinking, is he in the past already? Because I'm looking at the Japanese soldiers, their uniform, their guns. I'm thinking this could be the Japanese colonial period. And they were blaming Yeon about a bomb that exploded at a specific station, which I thought it was Rang for a second. I mean, the dude had a bazooka, for crying out loud. And when they were doing the character introduction and they showed Rang being the half brother of Yeon and that stamp that said died in 2020 for saving his brother, I'm like, wow, the pain has not left yet. What was really nice was they did a quick recap of season 1, so for those who forgot what happened, there you go. So now the story actually begins. We get this guy in a red and white mask stealing the Guardian Stone, and this stone was made by the King of the Dead, and it draws a line between the living and the dead. But because the stone is stolen, evil spirits are flocking in. Now it's up to Yeon to go to the past and take the stone back. Now he's in 1938. He's chasing the guy with the mask, trying to get the stone. We see Yuri, past Yuri, throwing this box in the middle of a station. It's a bomb. It gets exploded. She gets chased down by some group of men. We see a new character, Moo-young, who I think is a guardian that can make fire, which he did. He set one of the guys who was chasing past Yuri on fire, but we're gonna see more of them later on. Now back to Yeon. He got the stone, but then the stone was taken away by some group of bandits, and he's chasing the bandits, which led to him to see a past Rang. And he's just happy to see him. He was hugging him. He was happy that he was breathing. He was happy to hear his voice. But of course, it's past Rang, so he's a sneaky little bastard. And then we have the usual Yeon and Rang are fighting each other, and then out of nowhere, the masked guy stabs Rang, and I'm like, yo, we're not about to do this again. Now as Rang was dying, he tells Yeon to take him to Bangsak because he knows that he can actually help him. And what's funny is that Bangsak, he has the name Long Living Dong Bangsak, which I find ironic because he doesn't really last long in the episode at all. He actually takes youth away from people but also gives people youth. So he's kind of the bad guy in the first episode, and he tells Yeon he wants to die and the only way to kill him is to get the sword. And where's that sword? It's with past Yeon, which Yeon tries to take the sword from. And while he was doing that, he does have his little Captain America situation. If you guys watch Avengers Endgame, you know what I'm talking about. But it was all a lie. He never wanted to die. He just wanted Yeon to get the sword so he can destroy it. But eventually he does get killed, and everyone gets back their youth. Everyone gets back their old self. But after all of that, time was up. Yeon can't go back to the current time. He's stuck in 1938. So now he's on a mission to find out that someone was messing with the time, but also trying to find a way back to the current time so he can be with Gia again. Man, the first episode was really something else. A lot happened. They didn't give you enough time to process everything. It's like the stone was stolen. Now you gotta go get it in the past. You're on borrowed time. There's Rang, there's Yuri, there's Shinju. Speaking of Shinju, he's in a really difficult situation right now, not knowing that he's in the past. He actually thought the people he saw were extras in a movie. I think all of you guys can agree with me that it was just so heartwarming to see Yeon loving his brother, knowing what happens to him in 2020. He was just so happy to see him, hugging him, wanting to hear his voice. He wanted him to talk, loving that he was breathing, he was alive. Now, even though all of the characters, well, most of them are back, there is one character that didn't come back, and we all knew this, is Gia. but I did like the fact that they didn't forget about her. She's still there in 2020. It's just that they're not going to show her because the actress is not coming back. But the only times that they actually showed her were scenes from season 1, so I like that they gave the character respect. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the gist of the first episode and my review. Is there anything I might have missed? Please leave in the comments below. Leave in the comments what you guys thought of the first episode. I liked it. I thought it was fun, and a lot more stuff is going to happen. And episode 1 pretty much packed in a lot of action, so it was a fun watch. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.